Hey everybody, welcome to Round the Twist. This is episode 189 and it is January 8th, 2014. Number one, you're going to hear baby noises because little Miss Tara is wide awake over here. Gabe's back here. Tara's a little closer to the camera, but they're both kind of going in and out of dozing off to sleep. So if you hear little squeaks and grunts, that's why. So things are a little crowded because I've got two bassinets over here and everything's ranged around. My wheels in front of me. It's going to be a little different. Oh, Tara, what? Okay. We'll show you off first. Okay. So little Miss Tara is wide awake. Let's see if I can figure out a place to set my feet so I can show her to you a little bit better, since you guys have seen Gabe Reno, but you haven't seen Tara in a while. She is wide awake. There you go. Oh. Are you going to let Mommy record? Are you? Maybe. Okay, little girl. There we go. Let Mommy record, alright? There we go. Alright, first thing. What's on the needles? I pulled out a long, old work in progress that is in my Jessalou Jane hat bag. These are the Classy Hatter sock. I started these, I looked back, all the way back December 30th, 2012. So they're over, the whole project is over a year old. What have I finished in that time? One sock. This is my basic 64 stitch vanilla sock in Blue Moon Fiberette socks that rock lightweight in the Mad Hatter colorway. The only thing I did different was I did a 2x2 rib because I originally started as a different sock and then I was just like, not feeling it, so I ripped it back to the ribbing. Finally finished the first sock. Oh gosh, about a week ago, I want to say. I haven't started the second. I'm knitting these up on US 1.5, so 2.5 millimeter needles. There's the yarn all balled up. Oranges and olive greens and kind of a lavendery purple. That's a little bit better back here. One thing I found when I pulled this out and started knitting on the sock trying to finish the toe, well, hello, Fabi, was I was using the knit picks. Oh, you lost your elephant. Yes. Such a sad little cry. Using the Knit Picks 40-inch circular to magic loop. I've been using 32-inch circulars lately, and I like that a lot better. There's just less loop to deal with at either end. Well, you almost got it. There you go. They're not quite to the stage where they can grab stuff and put it in their mouth, so when they lose a binky, they need a little help. But yes, go find Daddy. Phoebe, where's Daddy? Go get him. Go find Daddy and Daisy. Go find them. Go. You can make it out. Go on. Or plunk your butt back down. I don't care. So, yay. One sock done. I might actually finish the second sock if I can get it started. This has become my first knitting because we're actually making it out of the house occasionally. And yeah. That's riding around with me in my Jessalou bag. Next thing on the needles, the baby log cabin blanket. It goes on forever. I forgot how long these last few rows get, the last few stripes. As it gets bigger, obviously the rows get longer. This is the, I'm using kind of the recipe from the first Mason-Dixon knitting book, which is called Mason-Dixon Knitting, on how to log cabin. And I've been using Knit Picks Comfy Sport in 9 different colors. So it's kind of a quilt of many colors. And this one that looks black, that's actually like a dark navy blue. I am on the final stripe of the 7th round. I'm going to do 8 rounds. And let me get over my wheel here. I am 3 garter ridges done out of 9 in this stripe of the honeydew color. And this is all being done on a US 5, which is a 3.75 millimeter needle. Yeah. And And this lovely bit of business is going to be going out to Ohio to my sister-in-law and my newest little niece, Helena. She was born just after the new year, I think January 3rd, 4th. Second. Last Thursday. So they've been home a few days. I need to get this done and get this sent out there because it's just as cold in Ohio as it is here in Omaha, and she needs a nice blankie from her auntie. So that's coming along. That's been my main chunk of knitting. But I did start something new, which is kind of a repurposed old yarn, if that makes sense. You remember the simple top-down wrapped sweater I was doing that got ripped. I repurposed that yarn. It is the pomegranate color from Dream and Color Classy in... Oh, excuse me. Sorry. It came out of nowhere. Pomegranate in their worsted, which is, oh gosh, Dream and Color, it's their Classy. Classy is their worsted. Wow, my brain is gone today. Obviously the coffee has worn off already. But the sweater that I picked to do with this, can you tell? I don't know if you can tell. Probably not. I don't expect you to guess off the little that I have done. I'm doing the Hero, which is by Julia Farwell Clay. It's, let me pull it up for you on the iPad here. Hang on a second. It's a bottom-up sweater that's knit in one piece with a colorwork yoke. Hang on, let me pull it up on my PDF. I should have had this done already. I apologize, you guys. No, this doesn't blow out the camera too bad. So solid colored body and sleeves, and then 3-color yoke around the top. Well, obviously I had the pomegranate in my stash already from the last sweater that I just didn't enjoy. It didn't really work out. Not really sure why. Just didn't care for it, so I ripped it because life's too short to knit something you don't love. I wasn't going to force myself to work on it, so away it went. And I started the Hero, which I decided to do the pullover version, and I decided to knit it to pattern, which has a turned hem. So basically, this is the inside. I knit 1.5 inches of twisted rib that you will never see unless you grab my sweater and turn it inside out. This would be the outside of the sweater. I've completed the turned hem. I've done about 1 inch of plain stockinette going up. And I just finished my first waist decrease. I think I have to do 3 more, and then I'll start knit it even to a certain number of inches, and then do a bust increase. Oh yes, the fist is tastier than the elephant. So, oh no, no. There we go. So obviously, Hero by Julia Farwell Clay. I'm knitting in Dream and Color Classy. My main color is the red, the pomegranate, which I love this color. I did go to Personal Threads, which is my LYS here in Omaha. They're having their end of the year customer appreciation sale. I believe it runs through January 15th or 17th. And they do accept both online orders and phoned-in orders if you feel so inclined. It's 20% off everything they have in the store. Everything. They've got fabric, they've got tapestry, like needlepoint stuff. I can't even tell you what all they have in there, but it's massive. It's massive, massive sale. I felt very lucky to come out with only the 3 skeins of Dream and Color Classy that I needed for the yoke of this sweater. I've got plenty of scraps of Dream and Color Classy from doing tulip baby sweaters, but none of them are a whole skein, and I'm not sure exactly how much of each skein I'd need for the different colors. So I thought, let's play it safe and just get 3 more skeins. So these are the colors I got to go with my pomegranate. Pomegranate Next is Starless Sky, Gray Tabby, and Bermuda Teal on the end. And I think it's going to go that order. So this will be my main body, and then the next color up in the yoke will be the purple, then the gray, then the teal, closest up by my face. And I'm really excited to get to that point, but I know I've got a lot to go ahead of me. I decided I didn't want to do the cardigan, either a steeped version like Leslie did, or the version in the pattern. Sorry, crinkling bag again. So yeah, we're working on it. I'm working this on a US 8, which is a 5mm needle, just using my 32-inch fixed circular from Signature Needle Arts. Yes? Yes. Hey, okay. Wow, it's been a long day. I'm at 13 hours already. The kids have decided that cribs are evil torture devices and they must sleep in their bassinets. So we're trying to work them over to the cribs, so there's been a lot of crying. But I do have an FO. It's been 3 weeks. I should have an FO. I have. Haha, and I remembered to put them on the blockers. Hubby's Christmas socks, 2013 version, are done. Yay! They were actually finished Christmas Eve in time. He did receive them wrapped on Christmas. Ends were woven in. They were not washed. They were not blocked. They have been washed and blocked, so these are an actual FO. Huzzah. It's my 72 stitch vanilla sock with an afterthought crystal heel construction that I did. He had tried on one of my socks and liked the heel construction. So, yay. Oh, you lost your elephant again. Here you go. No. Don't pull it back out. Silly girl. These were knit on a US 1.5 out of Knitter's Nightmare's Batty sock, which is her 80/20 merino nylon blend in the Cerberus colorway, which she actually gave me at SSK this summer. Full disclosure, I did not buy this. Thank you, Sadie. Hubby loves them. They do not quite exactly match. For some reason, this one has that little spot of red at the toe, and this one doesn't. Gauge. That's all I can think. But they're done. I can now give them to him. I told him he couldn't have them or wear them until I'd shown them on the show. So they're now his. Yay! One more thing done. I started these November 19th of 2013, finished them December 24th. It amazed me how fast these flew off the needles. Now granted, I did not make the cuff as long as I normally make the cuff for me, but still, these flew. It's fabulous. Oh, little girl, what? Why are you being the fuss budget tonight, huh? So those are done. Yay! I have an FO. On my wheel, I actually have spinning to show you. Obviously, the wheel is in place in front of my desk. I've been watching podcasts again. I've been taking the time to sit down and have kind of me time away from the twins. Usually, they're typically not in the craft computer room. And I've been spinning since the new year. I pulled out the wheel and started work on my fiber optic that's been sitting on the wheel for months. I looked back. Last time I talked about this was in August. August, that's insane. That's been 4 or 5 months since I spun on this. So this is what's left of what I'm working on. That's better color. This is one of Fiber Optics Layered Gradients in the turquoise to tangerine colorway. Obviously, I started the tangerine end of the braid. Spinning on my Lendrum. Let's see if I can do this without whacking the dog or the babies or me. Okay, Phoebe, you might have to move, sweetheart. Can you move? Thank you. Okay. So on my Lendrum. You know what? I'm just going to hold it back here. I'm sorry, you guys. I can't do this without whacking someone, something. Some child. So I'm spinning on my Lendrum. It's a 19.5:1 ratio with my woolly winder. What I've been doing every day since I started this 3 days ago I've been making two of my, and I know I've showed everyone on the show before, but I'll pull this out again. Just undo a bit of the braid. Oh, okay, now Gabe lost his bear. Come on. No. Take a bit of the braid, and I pre-draft. It just makes my spinning go faster. I don't have to, but I like it. I'll just pull out. You pulled out your elephant, little girl. Lots of baby noises this show. And I'm just pre-drafting. And I'll make a little pile, and then I'll wind it up into a ball. And the balls I'm getting are maybe slightly smaller than a tennis ball. Oh, now we're really upset. Okay. Well, come here. I'll hold you. Oh, okay. There we go. You get to be my co-host. How's that? See? It's the way you're holding the elephant, little girl. There you go. So, trying to pre-draft 2 maybe tennis ball size bits of fiber and spin those every day, and I've made quite a bit of progress actually. Just in the last 3 days, I feel like I'm moving out of the tangerine, kind of the orangey color, into more like a lemon, like the lemony yellow that kind of transitions into that lime green and then the bright emerald green down to the turquoise. So I can see I'm making progress, which is great. Yay for getting back to spinning. My other thing, and I forgot to pull it out. Shoot. I'm not going to call it a challenge, but I've been watching people spinning on Instagram, and some people are doing the spin every day thing, which I'm trying to do a little bit of, but going back to work in a couple weeks, that's going to be a little bit harder. But one of my friends, Melissa Meliabella from the His and Hers podcast, posted tonight that she was spinning an old Crown Mountain Farms sock hop colorway called We Are the Champions. And I happen to have that that fiber as well in my stash. So I think I'm going to break out the bee. Wow, I had to stop and think my other wheel was. Break out the bee and spin that, the Crown Mountain Farms on that, and continue spinning the fiber optic on the Lendrum. Get a sock yarn out of the Crown Mountain Farms, obviously, because that's what it's intended for. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. She said we should spin along together. I don't know if that was a challenge, a dare. Hey, keep me company. But I'm going to try to do that, too. It will probably take me forever, but that's what we're going to try. So, yay. Okay, do I get my thumb back? Thank you. On to pokey things. I don't have a whole lot of progress to show you on the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery 2012 Winter Sampler. This is what I have done. Now, granted, there's one more thing over here that's kind of under the frame that you can't see. But I finished the block 12 and not finished, but I've been working on block 12 and block 13, which for me is actually block 9 and block 10 of how many total squares that I have done. I had this huge length of white floss and wanted to work on it. Block 12 is going to be a glass of milk with a cookie with frosting and sprinkles on it, and obviously block 13 is a present that I haven't quite stitched everything on. So working on it slowly, bits and pieces here and there. Not a whole lot of progress, but I'm getting there. It'll probably take me a while. Also signed up to get the 2014 sampler that Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery is doing called Once Upon a Time. I'm thinking for this little girl at some point later in her life when she gets her own bedroom, doesn't have to share with her brother. When she gets a bit older, if she wants a little fairy tale themed princessy room, I can do a little fairy tale cross stitch for her. So that'll be fun. that's all I'm doing for pokey things right now. So various and sundry. Obviously, we've got slightly fussy babies, but they did fabulous at their 2-month appointment. They were both 8 pounds and 14 ounces. They've gotten so much bigger. So much bigger. I can't believe these little people have been in my life for 2 months. Over 2 months now. It's crazy. Craziness. And yeah. Exciting stuff. So Gabe is over there sound asleep, so I am not going to bother picking him up. So you just get Tara as my co-host this week. And I guess until next week or whenever the next time I record is, happy knitting.